What you doing? Oh, okay. I see. Oh, wow. That's very nice. No, I'm not just saying that. It looks really, really good. How long have you been working on it? Wow. Well, I'd wager that's probably why it looks so good, is because you've spent so much time on it today. Is that what you came back in here to work on so quickly after you excused yourself from the dinner table earlier? Yeah, I could tell you were excited. I'm glad to see the excitement in creating something, no matter what it is. The light has kind of left your eyes here in recent weeks, and it's nice to see it back. Oh, yeah. Sometimes bad weather can do that, though. It can force us to take a different approach to keeping ourselves busy during the day. Instead of doom scrolling on our phones for 4 hours solid, you came in here and decided you were going to create. I really do like it. You're such a wonderful artist. Well, not really any reason other than to ask if maybe you'd like to hear a story before we wind down for bed. I know you love stories. I actually found this one at a secondhand shop recently, and it looked like it would be a precious book. Yeah, it's called Oma and Bobo by Amy Schwartz. Do you want to read it with me? Okay, well, hurry up and put all of your art supplies up. Get everything cleared off the bed, and I'll sit here with you and Binks, and we'll read the book together before bed. What do you mean? Will I stay in here with you until you... Of course I will, sweetheart. If it makes you feel safer for me to be in here until you fall asleep, I have no problem sitting with you. Okay, good. Now, are you all comfy cozy? Got your favorite stuffy? Have you fluffed your pillows yet? Okay. No more stalling. Let's read Oma and Bobo. On Alice's birthday, her mother told her she could have a dog. Hooray! A puppy! Alice cheered. Mein Gott, Oma said. A dog. Well, she's an Oma. She can be a little grumpy in her old age. It's okay. I think she's earned the right. Alice ran into the backyard to celebrate. She practiced calling, "Fetch, King," and "Attack, Brutus," until her mother came out with the car keys and said, "We should go to the animal shelter before it closes." At the shelter, there were black dogs and brown dogs, puppies and old dogs, beagles and terriers. But Alice could look only at a black and white mutt, napping in a soft ball in the corner. He's no longer a puppy, the attendant said. He doesn't look like a king or a Brutus, Alice's mother remarked. But he's the one I want, said Alice. I know, isn't it sweet? She found her dog immediately. When they got home, Alice showed the dog to her grandmother. What should I call him, Oma? Trouble, bother, and nuisance? That's what I'd call him, Oma replied. Alice petted her dog. Bobo, she said. I'll call him Bobo. She gave Bobo a slice of bologna from the refrigerator. And Oma locked herself in her room. Wow, Oma does sound kind of grumpy, doesn't she? When Alice and Oma got up to cook breakfast, Bobo was chewing on Oma's old red potholder. Du lieber Himmel, Oma cried. What did I tell you? This dog must learn to behave himself, Alice, just like every other person in this house. I am enrolling him in a dog obedience school at once. Well, yes, but she's also right. If he's misbehaving and not listening and not acting properly, sometimes obedience classes are kind of a thing, baby. They're needed just so that you can gain the slightest bit of control over your dog's actions. It's not good to have an untrained dog, especially in certain circumstances. Alice and Bobo began lessons at Mr. Benjamin's School for Puppies that very afternoon. Well, of course. You go to school. Why wouldn't you send your pet to school if you wanted them to learn something, right? Alice practiced with Bobo when they got home. Sit, Bobo, Alice commanded. Bobo looked up at the clouds. Fetch, Bobo. Bobo watched a robin fly by. A regular rin-tin-tin, Oma said. Alice gave Bobo a dog biscuit. Don't worry, Bobo, she whispered. You're a great dog. You'll do fine. Bobo ate the biscuit. Then he trotted over to Oma. He wagged his tail, then put his cold nose on her hand. Dracund! Oma cried. She quickly wiped her hand on her apron and went inside. At the second lesson, Mr. Benjamin told the class about the dog show at the end of the term. Each dog who passes will get a blue ribbon, he said. Mr. Benjamin smiled at a Schnauzer, a Doberman, and 2 poodle puppies. Bobo was taking a nap. Some of our older participants, Mr. Benjamin observed, might have a little trouble. Alice scratched Bobo's favorite place on his belly. Alice got up early the next morning to practice. Bobo's the smartest dog in his class, she said to Oma. Mr. Benjamin says that intelligence comes with age. That is true, Oma said. She watched Alice take Bobo into the yard. Stay, Bobo, Alice commanded. Bobo stayed. Sit, Bobo. Bobo sat down. Good dog, Alice said. She tossed a stick in the air. Fetch, Bobo. Bobo looked at the stick. Then he began digging a hole. Bobo, Alice stamped her foot. We'll never pass the dog show. She sadly picked up her lunchbox and turned to leave for school. Bobo trotted inside. Ach, Bobo, Oma said. At your age, such behavior? How do you expect to get Alice a blue ribbon? She started washing the dishes. Are you eating right, Bobo? Not enough exercise? Is that the problem? Bobo wagged his tail. Then he rolled over onto his back. He tapped Oma's foot with one paw. Oma slowly lifted up her foot, and with the tip of her black shoe, she gently rubbed Bobo's favorite place on his belly. When Alice got home from school, Oma and Bobo were not there. While Alice was eating her snack, Oma and Bobo came hurrying up the driveway. I just needed some exercise, Oma said, and that's all. After Alice finished her snack, she played tag with Bobo until supper. The next morning, Oma made scrambled eggs for breakfast. She put half the eggs on a plate for Alice, and she dished the other half into Bobo's bowl. Alice grinned at Oma. I'm just using up leftovers, Oma said, and that's all. After breakfast, Alice practiced with Bobo in the yard. Oma called to Alice when they were done. "So," she said, "how did he do?" "He sits great," Alice said. "And he stays great, too." "And fetching?" Oma asked. Alice sighed. "Not so great." When Alice had left for school, Oma watched Bobo sniffing the flowers in the yard. Eggs for breakfast, proper exercise, and still you won't fetch, Bobo. Now what? Oma looked at her old red potholder hanging on the wall. She looked out at Bobo. She took the potholder off its hook and opened the door to the backyard. The night of the dog show, Alice was so nervous at supper she couldn't eat. "I'm not so hungry tonight myself," Oma said. When it was time to leave for Mr. Benjamin's, Alice couldn't find Oma. "She probably went out for a walk," her mother said. "I'll leave her a note." But when they turned on the garage light, there was Oma sitting in the car. "I thought I'd come for the ride," she said. Alice whispered last-minute instructions to Bobo all the way to Mr. Benjamin's. At the school for puppies, Alice and Bobo joined their class. Oma and Alice's mother found seats in the third row. "Let's get started," Mr. Benjamin said. One by one, the Schnauzer, the Doberman, and the Poodle puppies stayed, sat, and fetched. They each received a blue ribbon. Then Mr. Benjamin called Alice and Bobo. Alice and Bobo walked to the center of the room. "Stay, Bobo," Alice commanded. Bobo stayed. "Sit, Bobo." Bobo sat down. "He might pass after all," Alice's mother whispered to Oma. Mr. Benjamin handed Alice a rubber bone. Alice tossed it high in the air. "Fetch, Bobo." Bobo stayed. "Fetch." Bobo scratched his side. "I'm sorry, Alice," Mr. Benjamin began, but he was interrupted by a commotion in the third row. Oma was on her feet. She was waving an old red potholder above her head. "Achoo, Bobo!" she cried. She tossed the potholder across the room. "Fetch! I'll bring him!" Bobo's ears perked up. His tail thumped the floor, and then he stood up. Bobo trotted over to the potholder, and triumphantly he carried it back to Oma in the third row. "Hooray!" Alice cheered. "We passed! I knew we would! Hooray!" On the way home in the back seat, Alice sat by the right window. She stroked Bobo's blue ribbon. Oma sat on the left. Her red potholder lay neatly in her lap, and Bobo, wagging his tail, lay happily in between. And that's the end. Did you really like that story? I'm so glad you did. I thought it was really cute how Oma just acted so mean and acted like she didn't like the puppy at all, and then she ends up helping Bobo learn how to dog properly. It's kind of cute. I figured you'd probably like it too, baby. Absolutely. Now, how about we turn on a soundscape? Something that might drown out the noise of the thunder in the background just a little bit. And then Mama will sit here and be your thunder buddy until you fall asleep. I'd like that very much too, baby. I know. But hush now. It's time to drift off. Let the worries of the day melt away. Let the rain send you off into a deep sleep. And when you wake up tomorrow, The sun will be shining, and it'll be a brand new day, full of tons of possibilities. I love you too, Dumpling. So very, very much. Now close your eyes. Sweet dreams, baby.